we will create another agency to do the same job.
Maganda rin yan na na makatulong mo sa president.
I asked Gab. Wala naman lately in the last few whatever. So,
Mr. President, can we have a 1-minute suspension for to review my note from BBM?
Na-FLR nga lahat, FLR, wala. Walang pera.
Para lagi kang updated. Ako nga pala si Bidaya ng mga oposisyon sa kasalukuyan mo. At sabi ng galit na galit ang mga dapungan ng Pangulong Duterte. Kung hindi ka pa nakakapag-subscribe, isubscribe mo na yan! Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao at sa mga kapatid nating OFW sa amandako ng mundo, magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. At ako nga pala si Judea at welcome kayo dito sa isa na namang makabuluhang video. Ang issue dito mga kababayan ay itong isinusulong ni Manny Pacquiao na isang komisyon na magfo-focus lang sa mga atletang boksingero at tinawag niya itong Philippine Boxing Commission. At hindi nga ito ay kinatuwa ni Pia Cayetano dahil sa kabila ng pinagdadaan ng pandemya ay naisipan nitong si Manny Pacquiao na bumuo ng komisyon na paglalaanan ng milyong-milyong pondo. Ang pagkakasabi ni Pacquiao mga kababayan ay paglalaanan nito ng 150 million. Tingnan niyo mga kababayan kung gaano ka-plastic si Manny Pacquiao. Natatandaan nyo na sa tuwing ini-interview siya ng mga mainstream media, ang lagi niya sinasabi ay mag-focus muna sa pandemya dahil maraming tao nagugutom. Tapos eto siya ngayon, magbubuo ng komisyon na paglalaanan ng milyong-milyong halaga. Itong walang kwentang komisyon na isinusulong niya. Paano ko nasabing walang kwenta mga kababayan? Dahil meron na pong mga ngalaga o nangangalaga sa mga atletang Pinoy. Ito yung Games and Amusements Board at itong Philippine Sports Commission mga kababayan. Kaya hindi ko malaman kung anong katangahan itong naiisip ni Pacquiao. So ayan tuloy, nabengbang siya ni Pia Cayetano. Napakahaba ng talpakan nila mga kababayan pero pinaiksi lang natin. Kinuha lang natin yung mga highlights para hindi masyadong mahaba yung video natin. At eto, panoorin natin, kayo na ang humusga, kayo na ang magsabi kung capable ba itong si Manny Pacquiao maging presidente base sa kanyang mga reasoning, base sa kanyang pagsasalita at base sa kanyang kaalaman. Panoorin po natin.
I would like to ask some questions. I would like to be educated by His Honor.
Sinusulong po natin ang creation of Philippine Boxing and Combat Sports Commission dahil naniniwala po ako na napakalaki ng potential ng ating bansang Pilipinas na magiging boxing and combat sport capital in Asia. So, of Asia. So, yan po ang dahilan po, isa po sa mga dahilan na bakit ko isinusulong at itong Philippine Boxing Commission.
So, Mr. President, for the record lang, no? His Honor mentioned nga that, of course, i-promote niya ang boxing. That is one of the objectives here. But may I get clarity kung unsa man, what is the purpose of this bill? Currently, it's under GAB. So, ang objective ng bill is to do what, Mr. President, that is different from GAB?
Yes, Mr. President. The intention, Mr. President, is to create a special commission to focus on boxing and combat sports. Yan po kasi I hope you understand of the situation of the boxers and all the combat sports situation na mahirap po talaga yung buhay ng bawat atleta. Buhay po ang nakataya at marami po akong experience na mga kasama ko na matay na dyan because of this sport. So, kaya po ako nakaisip na mag-create ng Philippine Boxing Commission in Combat Sports dahil po para po magtutok lang po talaga at mag-focus sa commission na yan para maproteksyonan po ang ating mga atleta.
Then my question is this not being addressed by GAB? Because that is the job of GAB. Is it not being addressed by GAB?
Not Mr. President. This move is not against GAB. We commend GAB, but we need to focus on this sport, like kasi combat sport. Talaga napakahirap po talaga. Sana maintindihan nila dahil ako po halos buong buhay ko nandiyan sa sports ng boxing. Talagang hindi lang po isang kasama ko ang namatay sa boxing, sa larangan ng boxing. Kaya ko po naisip itong commission.
To be honest, that's the part I don't understand. His Honor says that this is nothing against GAB, and I believe him. But I do not understand why they cannot be allowed to continue doing their job. We must pinpoint why they are not doing their job well. Because if I follow that logic, what is to prevent all the other sports that are considered dangerous sports in the world that we have athletes in forming their own commissions? I just need to understand why GAB is incapable of doing this job, because I also will do everything in my power to support the athletes. I think my record speaks for itself that I've been defending athletes left and right ever since I became a member of the legislative body. So I'd like to understand, bakit hindi kaya itong gawin ng GAB?
Like I said, marami na pong namatay na nawala na buhay dito sa larangan ng sport na to. Kailangan po natin ng ganitong commission dahil po para po nakapokus lang po talaga dito sa sport na to. Itong boxing in combat sport.
I don't mean anything but to ask the question that has to be asked. That budget for combat sports alone is equivalent to the entire budget of GAB for all the other sports. Paano natin ma-justify yon?
Mr. President, I just say that for the start, because mag-establish pa ng mga offices sa Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, kaya po prerogative po ng DBM dahil bababa po yan pag ma-establish na maput up na yung mga offices sa Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Mr. President, from what I know, can His Honor spread into the record, did DBM express their support for this bill?
Yes, we took account on their suggestion, Mr. President, the DBM, yung silang magbabudget ng boxing, that's why wala pong amount na nababanggit po dahil sila po ang magdedetermine kung magkano po yung budget ng Philippine boxing.
Mr. President, that's not what I know. To repeat, what you're saying is, sabi ng DBM silang magbabudget. Pero ang alam ko, ang sabi nila, yung proposals under the Boxing Commission are already inherently or currently being undertaken by the different offices or units of the PSC and GAB. So they're saying that it's a duplication. Hindi ho nila sinabi na silang magbabudget. So magkaiba ho yatang intindi natin. Could you kindly clarify for me?
Mr. President, they sent a letter to my office and we took their suggestion. Nandito naman po yung mga suggestion nila at hindi naman po namin nilabag yung suggestion nila dun sa pinadala ng note.
Ano ba yung suggestion nila? Kasi yung sa akin pong notes, nakalagay dito that they said na redundant po ang creation. So ang ibig sabihin nun, hindi sila nagsusupport ng creation ng Boxing Commission.
Sabi po, generally compliant.
Mr. President, can we have a 1-minute suspension for to review my note from DBM?
Session suspended.
Meanwhile, at the Krusty Krab.
Much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Mr. President,
Yes, go ahead.
thank you. We already addressed the suggestion and comment of the DBM and agree and accept the creation of trust fund. So DBM wants it in the treasury. So yun po yung
Sorry, did I hear right that the creation of the Boxing Commission will be income generating for the country? Yun ho ba yung sabi niyo? Tama ho ba yung rinig ko?
No, Mr. President. I am saying that we spend billions of pesos to promote our country, which is we only spend budget 150 million to promote our to reach our goal as a Asia's capital boxing and combat sports. That would be a good promotion and good name for the country, Mr. President. Magandang promotion sa bansa natin yan. Kaysa maggastos-gastos ka ng billion-billion na pera dyan para i-promote yung bansa. I'm not saying na hindi kailangan yun, pero maganda rin yan na makatulong, Mr. President.
Well, Mr. President, I'll go back to our current situation. If that is part of the responsibilities of GAB to promote our country within the 150 million that they currently receive, tama ba? They receive 120. Sorry, they receive 120. Are they not doing their job? Are they not?
Mr. President, sorry, Mr. President, to interrupt. Mr. President, I just want to clarify that GAB is uh, only regulating the sports, but Philippine boxing is promoting, not only regulating but promoting. There's a promotion po. Yun po yung kakaiba.
So you mean dito sa Senate Bill natin 2077, meron ditong to promote the sport of boxing, the profession to promote. Di ko pa ho yata nakita 'yon. Hanapin ko lang. Can His Honor help me find it? Saan ho nakalagay dito na the Philippine Boxing Commission, part of its mandate is to promote? Host. Kasi ang nababasa ko ho is host international conventions and conferences. Eh kung yun lang naman ho, pwede naman gawin ng GAB yun. Pwede naman silang kumuha ng consultants na i-recommend ninyo, Mr. President, para gawin ng mas maganda to. Kayo naman ang maraming kilala. Instead of spending 150 million. I mean, perhaps I can simplify this by asking His Honor to reconsider what we can do with 150 million pesos in this time of COVID. Vaccinations, safety protocols to allow children to go to school. Ayuda, alam niyo naman, ayuda pa lang, ikulang na yung 150 million. Yes, I love the athletes. That's 150 million for an administrative function that is already existing in GAB, Mr. President. Yun lang ang masakit eh, kasi wala tayong extra funds ngayon eh. Tapos magtatayo tayo ng mga administrative offices, o sabi niyo pa, all over the country. No? So, medyo mabigat eh. Medyo mabigat yan for me to be able to support at a time like this.
Kung binibigyan natin ng halaga, binabudgetan natin ng billion o million ang ibang mga ahensya, agencies, bakit hindi ang vaccine?
What did you say, nigga?
Di ba, bigyan natin ng halaga para dito lang sa initial budget or 150 million. Tapos patuloy na magbibigay ng karangalan. Hindi sinasabing si Manny Pacquiao ang magbibigay, kundi yung mga susunod na henerasyon sa ating bansa na magbibigay ng pangalan sa ating bansa pagdating sa larangan ng boxing. Ipagkaitan natin yun na mabigyan ng chance, focus, masuportahan lahat ng ating mga atleta, yung mga boxers natin na talagang gustong nangarap din na maging katulad ko na naging successful sa larangan ng boxing.
Mr. President, I don't think anyone can question His Honor's illustrious career. We all are big fans, Mr. President. But having said that, and we respect His Honor's desire to give back to the sport that he loves. I have no questions with that again, Mr. President. The only thing I am trying to understand is what is the most efficient way to support His Honor's desire to give back to the sport he loves and to support the athletes who have also embraced the sport that he loves. Is it by creating another agency? Is it by creating an agency that will have more funding than the agency that is currently handling the very function that His Honor would like to take away from it to put up a boxing-only commission, boxing and other combat sports commission. So when His Honor says kung naibibigay sa ibang agency ang 150 million, Mr. President, kayo nga nagsabi, there are 20 sports in GAB. So sila 120 million lang ang budget nila. Tapos ang boxing and other combat sports, 150. So napakalaki na ho yun compared dun sa pinaghahatian ng ibang sports. So hindi naman po unfair na tanungin yung question. It's not unfair to pose that question because what His Honor is asking is that the amount being given to the 20 sports technically is sacrificed for boxing and the other combat sports. Kaya nga ho dinugtog ko yung question ko, anong mangyayari ho sa GAB? At kaya nga ho, ang unang mga tanong ko is, ano ba pagkukulang ng GAB para tanggalin mo sa kanila yung isang sport na yun naman din talaga ang isa sa sport na ang pagkaintindi ko is inaalagaan naman nila. Sabi niyo naman, wala namang pagkukulang.
Mr. President, I hope you understand. Sa totoo lang, Mr. President, marami nang namamatay na boxer. Like ulitin ko ulit, marami na pong namatay na boxer. Hindi lang isa, dalawa, tatlo. Especially mga kasama ko, namatay po yun. Ang tanong, may nakuha ba silang benepisyo? Wala po sila na pang benepisyo. Kaya po ayaw ko lang magsalita ng kasi baka against GAB, magano. Yan po yung dahilan na kasi kung history lang ng pag-usapan sa hirap ng boksingero, hirap ng sports na ito, hindi po ako magmamayabang, grabe pong hirap. Na ang daming ng mga kasama ko na namatay, ang dami ko ng mga kasama na nabalda, ang dami ko ng mga kasama na injury na wala po silang natanggap. Wala po silang benepisyo na natanggap. Wala po silang marami pong ganun, kaya ko po naisip ko ito. Sana po maintindihan niyo itong damdamin ko, ito pong concern ko. Hindi ko iisip ko lang na magsalita ko ng ganyan po, may legacy, not like that. I just want to protect those young people who are dreaming to become a boxer. Parang gusto ko maprotektahan sila kasi pag isipin mo boxing, gusto ko mag-Manny Pacquiao, gusto ko mag-champion din. Hindi ganun kadali. Ano raw? Hindi ganun kadali. Butas po ng karayom ang pinagdadaanan ko. I hope you understand, Mr. President.
Wala naman hong makikipagdebate sa inyo na risky talaga yung sport na yan. And we really should put necessary measures in place to protect these kind of athletes. And if we add the budget of GAB, that can be addressed that way. Kaya nga ho, ang tanong ko parati, bumabalik ako sa, napag-usapan nyo na ba ng GAB yan? Kasi nakaset up na ho yung structure ng GAB eh. Ang laki hong dagdag na, if I can just finish, ang laki ho ng dagdag na pondo na hinihingi natin to put up commission when there is already an entity doing that job. That is their job, Mr. President. So we need to have evidence that they're not doing their job well to be able to say na we will create another agency to do the same job. Otherwise, tayo naman ho ang hindi gumagawa ng trabaho natin.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, yung 150, Mr. President, approximately more or less, pag-establish pa lang ng opisina, Mr. President. But after that, pagkatapos ma-establish, hindi naman ganun kalaki. Hindi ganun kalaki, Mr. President. Maliit
Yes,
lang.
but in this time of COVID, is that the best use of the 150 million pesos, Mr. President? Yun na nga ang tanong ko. That is a question all of us will have to ask. Nasaan kukunin yung pondo na yan? So I would like to, I know that there are other things on the agenda. If I may, I would like to ask His Honor for his wish list, kasi nabanggit naman niya, pero pwede naman niya i-text sa akin or send na lang ng staff. Kung ano ba talaga itong mga gusto niyang ma-achieve and itong wish list na gusto niyang ma-achieve. And tingnan natin, hindi ba talaga kayang gawin ng GAB yan? Baka pwede tayong gumawa ng office sa loob ng GAB. Again, I want to address the question that the point that His Honor raised na madaming namamatay. Please give us the dates because I asked GAB. Wala naman daw ho namatay lately. It a few whatever. So, kasi I want to know, facts ho tayo eh. Saan ho sila napabayaan? Now, if you're talking about there are 100 retired boxers over the years from 1970 to 1990 na napabayaan, baka we can create a retirement fund for them now, today. You know, I would love to do that. I would love to support. Pero to create another office is a bit of a problem for me, Mr. President.
Maybe, Mr. President, with the permission, Mr. President, with the permission of our colleagues,
Majority
we can
Leader.
suspend. Yeah, maybe, Mr. President, we can suspend the consideration of the measure to allow Senator Pacquiao to be able to gather and research answers for the lady senator from Taguig. And hopefully by tomorrow, she can be sufficiently educated on the issues raised,
Yes.
Mr. President. Wala nga na, na-epelaan nga lahat, epelaan, wala. Walang pera.
So, mga kababayan, ano ang hatol nyo dito? Si Manny Pacquiao ba ay may kakayahan maging presidente ng Pilipinas base sa kanyang pananalita, base sa kanyang pagsagot sa mga tanong ni Pia, base sa kanyang critical thinking? Para sa akin mga kababayan, napahiya siya ng husto dito. Hindi niya masagot yung mga tanong ni Pia Cayetano. Paano mo patatakbuhin ang buong bansa kung sa Senado pa lang nilalampasok na? Well, hindi natin nilalait si Manny Pacquiao mga kababayan. Pero base sa napanood natin, parang gusto niya lumubog sa kanyang kinauupuan, di ba? Tapos, pagsasalitaan niya ang presidente na kulang daw ang ginagawa para sa bansa. Wow ha, coming from you, Manny Pacquiao. Yan ang nakakainit ng ulo eh. Hindi ka nga marunong sumagot tapos babanatan mo yung Pangulo. Anyway, masyadong mahaba na yung video natin mga kababayan. At hanggang dito na lang siguro muna. Kita-kita na lang tayo sa susunod na upload. And again, this is Judea saying thank you. God bless you all. And to God be the glory. Keep safe, everyone.